Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this SQL Wednesdays series, I will walk through another SQL query that is asked by many companies including Facebook and Google. So if you see in this particular query, there is a database of all the searches on the e-commerce website. You have to analyze the item-wise total searches and find out the topmost searched item. So if you see, there are three columns in the input table. Column 1 is customer ID, then search date, then item type. So if we see first record, customer ID 1, he searched for particular item on 15th March 2023 and he searched for footwear, topwear and ethnic wear. So he searched for three item types. Right, customer ID 2, he searched on the same date but he searched only for footwear. Customer ID 3, he searched for accessories and topwear. Similarly, customer 4 and 5. So there might be numerous records. Currently I am having 5 records, but in general there are more than 1 lakh or 10 lakhs or even 1 crore of records, right? So in that aspect you can't figure out manually. Here in 5 records you can figure out manually which is your topmost searched item, correct? So now we have to understand how to derive from this input table to this kind of output where I am getting item wise total searches. So if you see here, footwear is coming footwear 1, 2 and 3. So it is coming 3 times, right? So it is total searches as 3. If I talk about topwear, it is coming 1, 2 and 3 times, total 3 times. If I talk about ethnic wear, it is coming once, then it is coming once again. So total twice it is coming. Similarly for cosmetics and accessories. So this is how the summarized table should look like. So how can you achieve this in SQL? So let's get to the SQL. But before that, let me just explain you the approach. So the first approach should be this table should be split. So currently I am having 3 item types in one record itself. So customer ID 1 is having 3 item types which is coming in one row itself. So these are comma separated values. I have to convert comma separated values into records. So what I want is for customer ID 1, 15th March 2023, it should be footwear. Then in the next record it should be topwear. Then in the next record it should be ethnic wear, right? These two values will remain same, right? So this is how my first record should look like. Now if I talk about the second record, it will be as it is because there is only one value. Now if I talk about the third record, it will be, there will be 2 records. First would be accessories, right? Second would be for topwear, right? So this is how my total records can come, and now it will become very easy for me. If I select the values and group by item type, then I can easily count total number of occurrences for each item, right? So once I get this kind of table, I can easily use group by and I will achieve my output. Right, so how to derive this kind of table? So first of all, as you can understand, I have to use something related to split column, right? So let's go to SQL Server and let's figure out how to do that. Alright guys, so now we are on the SQL Server. If you see this query, this is the query I have used to create the table. So first step would be to create the table if I don't have, just to practice. Otherwise we already have the table. That is why we have to use select and we have to manipulate the data, right? So to practice, you can create a table. So I have to create a table with 3 columns. Customer ID, this is integer, then search date, this is date data type, and then item underscore type, this is varchar, right? So I have created this kind of table. Now we have to add the records in this created table. So the syntax to insert or add the records would be insert into the table name and then you write values. If you want to add values for specific columns only, then you can specify the column names. Otherwise, if you're adding the values for all the columns, then you don't need to specify the column names. So it is the insert into customer transaction values, then customer ID is 1, then the date would be in the quotes, then the item types. Similarly for other records, so total I have inserted 5 records. Right now, if I select star from the table name and execute, I will get this kind of table. This is my input, right? So now my next step is to split item underscore type. So in order to split a column in SQL Server, there is one function called string underscore split. So what it does is, so for example, I will take this example. This is commented. Let me just select this and execute. So what it is doing is, so if you understand clearly, so I'm declaring tags with the data type n varchar and the length is 400 is equal to clothing comma road comma then space comma touring comma bike, right? So now if I select value from string underscore split, and this is the name comma, and the split should be on the basis of comma, right? This is what I am specifying, where right trim, R means right trim of value, right trim of value is not equal to this blank, right? So what it is doing is, it will give me all the text which are not blank. So this is useful when I have to fetch the values from comma separated values which are not null. Here you can see clothing, road, then touring and bike. Only 4 values are not null. Then this third one is null. So I don't want this, right? So in this aspect I can use string underscore split, right? So now let's see how we can use string underscore split in our example. Alright, so my first step would be select star from customer transaction, right? Now I have to apply cross apply string underscore split of item underscore type comma, and it should be split on the basis of comma. So I have specified that, right? So now if I select this and try to execute, what will I get? So now I am getting these records. So you can see for customer underscore ID 1, I am getting 3 records as I wanted. So if you can see this column value, I am getting footwear, top wear, ethnic wear, right? So this is what we wanted as I explained on the Excel. Then for customer ID 2, there is only one item type footwear, so I have only one record. For customer ID 3, there are 2 item types, so I have 2 records, one for accessories, one for top wear. So now I have done the split. Once I have done the split, it is very easy for me to use group by and understand which is my most searched item type, right? So what I will do is, here I will add group by value, right? Let's try to execute this. Now what it is showing me, customer transaction table, there is an invalid column, right? Customer underscore ID. So this is not how it will work, because once I am using group by value, there is no column as value, right? So this is not how you have to work. So again I will select this. Now what you have to do is, instead of using select star, you have to change star and now use select value, right? So I will use this value as, let's say, item type, comma. Now I want to count number of times this item is popping up, right? So I will add the counter. So count of 1 as let's say total searches from customer transaction, cross apply this group by value. Now this will make sense because I have mentioned this, right? So now if I select this and try to execute, you can see I am getting item wise total searches. Now if you see, there is one problem with our output. Here you can see cosmetics and cosmetics, it is coming twice. If you see footwear, it is coming twice. Top wear, it is coming twice, right? So these item types are coming twice, which should not be the case. Cosmetics should come once. So what is the challenge? If we see our existing data, after comma there is space, right? So space cosmetics and cosmetics, these two are becoming separate item types, but in general we know that these are not separate, these are same items, right? So how to solve this? We can use trim function, right? So with this value I can use trim, right? Let's see what it will show now. Execute. No changes because group by is still value, right? So for group by also I will use trim. Now it will change, right? Let's see how it will change. Now you can see there are only 5 item types the way we wanted. So for each item type we are having total searches. Now only one thing we need to add is the sorting. If I sort this on the basis of total searches and descending order, so I will mention DESC. Now if I select again and execute, you will see my top searches are for footwear item type. Second is top wear, but these are both same with total searches as equal to 3. Then second comes cosmetics with 2. Again it is ethnic wear, and then last is accessories with only 1 search, right? So this is how you can use split string underscore split function to apply and get the result. Alright, so before I end this video, I wanted to explain you what is the cross apply operator that I used to split the column and get the output. So according to the definition, in SQL Server, cross apply is an operator that allows you to apply a table valued function to each row of a table expression. It is often used in conjunction with the user defined functions to simplify complex queries or to perform calculations that would be difficult to accomplish with other SQL Server operators. So in this case, table valued function, we are using string underscore split, right? So if I go towards the syntax for the cross apply would be select the column names from the table name, and then I will apply cross apply, then string underscore split, then the table expression column name, and then you will use whatever is the operator through which you are splitting the column. All right, so this is how you can use cross apply. I hope this is useful. You understood how to work on the queries. If you are given with any query in your interview, you should break those complex things into simple bricks and then apply the logics, whatever you have learned in SQL, right? So I hope this video was really useful to you. If you want to work on all such queries, you can watch my playlist. If you have any doubt, you can comment below, you can connect with me. And in my next month, I will be conducting a webinar on Power BI. I will be conducting a webinar on various other things. So stay tuned. If you are looking for more such content, please subscribe, share across with your friends, and do support me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thank you.